Hey guys, hope you guys are doing good. For this week's reading, I will be working with the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. So let's draw 3 cards, and if I feel that we need to, one card flew out, if I feel that we need to pull out more cards, I will be doing so. So as always, these messages may or may not resonate with you, so just take the parts that make sense and see how they apply to your life situations. All right? Okay, let's pull 3 cards. It feels more like a 4, so I'll pull out. Okay, and this one flew out. Okay, there's always a reason for everything, right? Okay, so we start off with the first card, and we have choose wisely. Choose wisely. Okay, and I'm drawn to the green border here, and that is all about making choices that feel true to you. Okay, that feel true to you. And sometimes we reach a point in our lives where, you know, there are important decisions to make at every single junction of our life, right? And sometimes it's more about, you know, based on, should I make this choice because that feels right to me, or should I make a choice that would make, you know, that would be more pleasing to the people around us, or that would be more socially acceptable, okay, things like that. So what I'm getting, like, if you're in a situation like that, really go to your heart center with this green border. That's what I'm getting. Like, the answer is in your heart. The answer is in your heart. For some, the choices that you make will also involve traveling, okay? Traveling overseas or relocation, okay? And I'm getting that there may be multiple choices for you, and sometimes it's very hard to, you know, make the right choice because everything feels so good and everything feels so right. But what I'm getting with this is that whatever choices you will make, it has an impact on your life, okay? A long-term impact on your life. So make sure you're coming from a space of you know, from your heart. You're coming from your heart. You're not making a decision which is just impulsive, or you're not making a decision based on what others are gonna like or what others are telling you to do, because that's not what I'm getting with this card. What I'm getting is that you need to be true to yourself. You need to do what you feel is right, because it has long-term implications on your life, is what I'm getting with this first card for you. Okay, moving on to the second card, which is a major arcana. We have the Authority card, and that's the Emperor, if I'm not wrong, in the traditional tarot. So okay, this has a very, very strong energy, okay? And this, with this card, what I'm getting is that there may be someone in your life who is like this, okay? I'm getting a very stubborn kind of energy with this. First and foremost, what I'm getting with this is a very stubborn kind of energy, who's not willing to budge, or is very fixed in his or her perspective and point of view. Okay, that's what I'm getting with this crown chakra illuminated, and his hands crossed by his chest. So it may be hard for you to kind of go through this person, or you may be this person who is very stubborn in his you know, his or her point of view. What I'm getting with this is that try to look at things, because what I'm drawn to are these 2 pillars, okay? So sometimes we're looking at one perspective and we think that perspective is right, and sometimes there are multiple you know, sides to the story, or sides to a situation that we may not be looking at, or we may not be aware of, okay? The other thing that I'm getting with this, as I tie it to the first card, is that you are the authority of your life, okay? And you have to make choices from that place of how those choices impact your life, without blaming anyone. Like, we cannot blame our parents, for example, or we cannot blame our peers or anyone for any of the decisions that we make. Like we are all adults and we all have to make decisions that feel right to us, and sometimes these decisions may not make sense to others. Like whatever you decide may not make sense to maybe your parents or maybe to your friends, and they would wonder like, why are you making those choices, and I would never make that choice. But the thing is that, you know, with this card, I feel like you have undergone certain life experiences, you have come to a certain place in your life which they haven't been through. Okay, and they have their perspective and they have their point of view, and of course they will also try, and they mean you well. Parents mean us well, and they say things from their perspective and they mean it well, but sometimes it's just not going to work for us. Okay, it's just not going to work for us. It may have worked for them, but it's not going to work for us. But this card is saying that you are in charge of your life, so you cannot look back and say, you know, look at anyone in your life and say, because of you I made this decision, or because of you I did that. This is about taking authority and taking charge of your life and knowing that you are responsible for the choices that you make. So this is kind of tying together that you are responsible for the choices that you make. Know that you are the authority of your life, okay? And whatever you decide, like, be strong, be clear, take that decision like the Emperor, and take charge of your life. Like, don't blame others and don't make others feel responsible for your choices. You are the authority of your life. You are in the driver's seat of your life, basically. Okay, interestingly, the third card we have is again movement, choices, and decisions. So we have another card which is along the same lines. If you look at these two, they are along the same lines. And this one also shows me different doorways, okay, different doorways. Let me take a closer look. And what I'm drawn to is the number 2, and he's also holding like 2 things in his hand. So it's like, you know, you may have several options right now, but it may narrow down to 2 choices. It may narrow down to 2 choices, and this may be really that time to kind of step back and say, okay, what is that I want? Because I really feel from the beginning, what I'm getting with these cards is that whatever choice you will make will have long-term implications. That's what I'm getting. And also with the authority card, it's like you taking charge of your life and not blaming anyone for the choices, and you knowing that, okay, this is the choice I want to make and this is what I will have to live up with, okay, or I have to stand up to, and this is what I really truly want for myself. So this may be a bit difficult with all these choices and decisions and pathways which are opening up for you, okay? And I see it as a good thing, like you know, a good thing in terms of changes for you. But sometimes I understand that making these decisions can actually be very hard. And sometimes what I'm also getting with this is that you may be juggling with multiple things, like, you know, your job, your family life, or whatever, trying to get your finances right and things like that, and trying to make the best decision which gives you the best outcome, whether it is finances, whether it's relationship, whatever it is. So you are kind of weighing your options, and everywhere, look at this picture, this guy is weighing his choices, even this guy is weighing his choices. So it's like you guys are stepping back and evaluating, and it's pretty much, you know, last week's reading was also about stepping back, evaluating. I feel this is kind of continuing on the same lines, where you are evaluating what is that you want, and you also getting those realizations that you are the authority of your life. And the last 4th card we have is patience, okay? And with this card is about having patience with yourself, okay? Knowing that everything will come about in its divine timing, and you have to trust the process wherever you are. What I'm also getting is, don't compare your life to anyone else's. Don't compare that, you know, like, I'm here and I haven't made much progress and look at this person. Don't do that, because that just slows down your progress. What you need to do is you need to focus on your work. You need to focus on what is that you need to do, and whether it is work related, whether it is spiritual growth, everything takes time. You got to be patient with yourself. You got to trust the process. You got to trust that wherever you are, that is the right place, that is the right space for you. And work with spirit. Work hand in hand with spirit. Talk to your angels, talk to your guides. Tell them what is that you truly, truly want for yourself, so that they can align the fastest and the best possible, route for you, so that it's easy, it's well aligned with your highest purpose. And I feel that we are always well aligned no matter where we are. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and I will be seeing you next week.